All right, guys, we just completed 18.4 here in the gym right at the announcement. It's I guess, kind of a couplet of deadlift, handstand push-ups, moving on to heavier deadlifts, and a very short handstand walk. The weight on the deadlift increases from both pieces. So the first one is done at 225, 155. The second set goes up to 315, and I believe 205 for the ladies, with handstand walks in between. So I'm very happy to say that our crew is absolutely in every way, shape, or form prepared for this workout. There are several things that we've been doing all year, and especially lately, that prepares everyone for it. Number one, I'm gonna straight up go ahead and tell everybody that we just did this workout last weekend. So if you're following the design carefully and you did not have to repeat 18.3, we had a workout, I believe it was last Saturday, of heavy deadlifts, handstand push-ups, and set on the bike with optimal rest periods in it. That was not a very aerobic workout, it was more of a patterning workout, and we couldn't have designed it better because look what we patterned for, we almost predicted the workout. So for those of you guys who are new to the sport of fitness, or who are new to CrossFit in general, the open, whatever it is, the first piece is a CrossFit benchmark. We also design many benchmarks for our athletes all year long. It's something that we believe in heavily. I've always predicted that there's going to be CrossFit benchmarks in the open. There are hero workouts and regionals, so I think it's something very appropriate. We did Diane last year as well, so if you've been following the program design, you should have a benchmark for it. With that being said, let me go ahead and tell you guys that I don't think that if you have a competitive Diane time, that is going to be the make or break in this workout. For those folks who have more competitive Diane times, they tend to be shorter athletes, and I think that this workout is, you're going to make or break it in the sets of 315. So I urge you to pace the workout out carefully and break up the deadlifts if you plan on making a large impact in the 315s. If you're not that kind of athlete and having a good Diane time is more important to you, then go ahead. You can crush the first piece. But I'll tell you right now, from experience and seeing some other people do it, talking to some of the other coaches who had an opportunity to watch us, what seems to be the make or break round is the sets of 21s in the 315s. Sets of 21s and 315s. If you can make a big impact on that, and that doesn't mean be aggressive on it, just make a big impact on it, I believe you're gonna have success in the workout. After that, everything teardrops and sets of 15s and 9s. Not that those are easy, but those will be much easier than an overwhelming set of 21 deadlifts at 315, coming off of already light and very hip hingy, fast-paced 21, 15, 9. So I think, depending on the athlete, somewhere between 2 and 3 breaks, honestly, for every deadlift piece is going to be very helpful. For the handstand push-ups, we've been doing max effort sets with drop sets, with mixed bike pieces and deadlifts and cleans, et cetera, all year long. So those of you should be very well familiar with whatever your max effort sets are going to be. What I will urge you to do is kind of play with the new handstand measuring standard. We had several of the coaches play with different ways to approach the measuring, and the standard is very different than what you guys are used to. You have to consider how you're holding your wrist, if you're in flexion and extension when you're being measured from your elbow into your knuckle, the angle, et cetera. So make sure before you measure your head and your distance from your elbow to your knuckle, you measure out where you want your placement to be on the wall. Where is it comfortable? And then, to be honest, you have to make the standard fit around that. Don't set yourself up for failure. You need to set yourself up for success, especially on a new standard like this. So it's going to take some practice. Please, by all means, don't take that piece of the workout for granted. Play with it, practice it, video yourself, watch it again, make sure you know where you want your foot to be. If this is where you want your heel to be in flexion, not in extension, then you need to mess with the standard to make sure that your foot gets to where the standard reaches for you individually, not the other way around. Besides that, that's really all I have to say. The handstand walks are gonna be the handstand walks. You know, a lot of people were predicting them showing up in this year's Open, and they're in very short order, 5-foot increments. I think, you know, depending on the layout of your gym, it may not be an advantageous setup. Here at Soul, we have a very good setup for it, so you can handstand walk directly into your bar. Your bar will more than likely be in the same placement, but if you have that kind of gym where you need to set up 2 bars, you're within your rights to, as per the standards. So consider that. Again, the biggest take home is please pace out those deadlifts, especially in the 21s. They will eat you up and you'll pay for it in the 315. Secondly, you gotta mess with that standard, all right? Good luck, post your time to the group. We'll give you guys feedback. Let us know if you have to repeat, post your videos, whatever, okay? Good luck.